Avocado fucking sucks. Avocado is seriously garbage. It tastes like slimy sand. It makes everything it's on taste slimy and just f***ing you. Quit putting it on everything. Oh, you have a BLT? Do you want to add avocado for $1.99? Are you shitting me? No, I don't. I don't ever want that shit. Oh, but it's so good for your health. Who cares? It tastes like shit. Feels like you have a slug in your mouth. F*** avocado. Edit, to add to this. It comes in a ball with a giant seed in it. You have to cut the slimy shit out. What the f***? I don't want to spend 15 minutes skinning it like Hedgeen. Grow up and have respect for yourselves and quit eating these you animals.
Free Avocado!
Facebook is poison and everyone should delete it. Did so myself years ago and life is much improved. Used to find myself getting constantly pissed off as I scroll through my feed. And even though I never posted anything, I would need to pull out my phone every few minutes and get angry at some post or crappy opinion. Although years have passed, I am occasionally reminded that there are many others out there that are just like how I was. I see the involuntary scrolling and grimaces that follow. LPD, improve your life and delete Facebook.
To remind yourself that you need to focus and try not to let stuff bother you as much as possible. But it is going to bother you because you're human, and I was human. I am human.
Calling your animals my kids is weird. They're animals and I find it quite odd when people call them kids. You neuter/spay them and feed them from bulls. You will most likely get a new one when your old one dies, and it's creepy to anthropomorphize your pets.
You see, petting the dog is one of the most relaxing things you can possibly do. It releases a hormone called oxytocin, which reduces stress.
Sleeping in jeans or jean shorts is far superior than pajamas or nighties. Seriously, screw pajamas. Yeah, they are comfortable when you aren't lying down trying to sleep, but every time you move they twist and even slightly bunch under you. You already have to adjust your sheets and blankets and pillows. You should not have to adjust what you are wearing too. It's ridiculous. Besides, jeans are comfortable as hell, especially high-waisted fitted ones. They won't move around, you feel nice and secure, and in winter it's warmer than a flimsy piece of fabric that a slight breeze would make your freshly shaved legs grow hairs again in a millisecond. And jean shorts in warmer weather, same deal. You don't have to adjust them as they don't flop around on you. The added bonus in all of it is you are already at least half dressed for the day, given you aren't going to work. Jeans and denim are life. Pajamas may look cute, but they are secretly evil threads keeping you awake from constant adjusting, and it's another thing for the man to charge you for.
Ow! Let's stick to what we're going to get. Your pants ripped. Good heavens. A crater. She has ripped a crater in her pants.
Keanu Reeves is overrated. First, I enjoy his movies and his humble personality. He is probably a good guy, but there are lots of good people who are nice and thoughtful, but they weren't lucky enough to end up where Keanu did with millions of dollars and worldwide recognition. Second, I understand how hard he worked for John Wick. I wish I could get paid for professional gun training and work with martial arts choreographers and the directors to look like a badass. Navy SEALs get the training, but instead of getting photographed on a bench they go to war and jump out of planes and swim to shore from the beach. Those guys aren't millionaires who get paid to read lines written by clever and witty people. Third, Keanu is one of my favorite actors specifically because I love guns. But there are many other people who have taught me about guns and truly have always cared about them, instead of being marketed that way by a video of them shooting at Terran Tactical and a video sponsored by a movie company. In conclusion, shut up about media icons who exist because of movie industries and the roll of the dice. If you think men are trash, it's not men that's the problem, it's your taste in men. Yeah, you can throw all the systemic rationalizing at me you want. You can call me anti-fem, as a woman, for not recognizing women's issues, which I absolutely do, but whatever. But the painful and honest reality throughout history in relationships has been that if you are consistently being mistreated by partners, you are the common denominator. Men aren't trash, your taste in men is trash. If the definition of insanity is repeating the same pattern over and over expecting different results, it is you who is consenting to that pattern of behavior and accepting the terms and conditions of something that has been proven to fail. Choose better.
One of these days, Alice. One of these days.
Yeah, I know, Ralph. Right to the moon.
Social media and the world would be a way better if there was no way to make money on social media and various other sites. Like if you remove the money aspect from it, all the people who are there just for a payday wouldn't be there, and then only people who like to do it as an hobby would be there, and the content would be far greater. It would also turn into a mostly non-toxic place where people can actually enjoy.
6 figures I was only from.
If you fake a punch at someone, they have the right to retaliate. It's completely stupid to expect the person to respond to a fake punch by standing their ground and not flinching. That just means they have slow reaction. Flinching means they are blocking an attack, which is the correct response. Or immediately punch in a counter. The phrase "it's just my opinion" is so f***ing dumb. People use this phrase like a shield to avoid taking any responsibility for the things they say. An opinion that deserves to be unchallenged is something like "I think pineapple on pizza is good." But something like healthcare isn't a right can't be excused by saying "oh, it's just my opinion." Take responsibility for the crap you say instead of acting like a coward.
Your dish is pineapple pizza.
Are you
More restaurants should have times when kids should be banned. More restaurants should have policies where they're child-free or after a certain time, like after 7:30 p.m., they don't allow people with kids under 12 in to dine. There are so many people who bring their misbehaving kids to restaurants and all you can hear or see is the kid shouting/misbehaving. It really ruins the atmosphere for others. It's very annoying being in a small place like a restaurant with a bar or a pub. It's annoying enough that coffee shops are often filled with screaming toddlers in the morning. Lots of places have a policy where you can't be in there when you're drunk, and a similar policy should happen for people with noisy kids. There are lots of other places where noisy kids and their parents who don't discipline them can go. Your noisy, misbehaving child shouldn't be everyone else's headache. Adults who expect people to make a big deal of their birthdays are childish. I get it, it's nice to be acknowledged or even celebrated by loved ones. But some adults act like they are owed a parade and a party and lots of gifts on their birthday, and it's immature to have those expectations when you aren't a child. Throw yourself a party, get yourself something nice, plan the birthday you want. But don't expect too much from others. Otherwise, you'll be disappointed and others may be confused as to why you are upset. I honestly don't expect anything from anyone on my birthday, so it's always a nice surprise when someone does something thoughtful.
You are ruining my party, and you are ruining my life!
Ignorance really is bliss. Not paying attention to the news makes you an overall happier person. Yes, it's good to know what's going on, but ignoring the news mostly is the key to a healthy lifestyle.
That's totally ignorant. Because they're ignorant.
I hate soft toilet paper. Who even asked for this Charmin 80X Ultra Soft bullshit? I want to successfully wipe the poop off my ass, not caress it with a f***ing blanket. Toilet paper needs a little bit of grit to successfully do its job. If it's extra soft, sure, it picks up the first or second wipe, but the really deep stuff is left behind, and an hour later you're stuck with a case of itchy butthole every time. I can't shit at my girlfriend's house because I always leave walking funny. I'll take the standard public restroom sandpaper over any of this extra plumped up pillow soft garbage. You can always fold it over if you want a little extra finger protection. Single ply or die. Save the trees, save your butthole. Good day. I kind of enjoy having nightmares. I enjoy having nightmares for the same reason I enjoy watching horror movies, that sort of adrenaline rush created by a false danger. I have nightmares, Or at least realistic, distressing dreams, quite often. The truly terrifying nightmares are a bit less frequent. But in either case, I love the drama and the very real fear of a nightmare and waking up to the relief that it wasn't real. It's like a strong emotional cocktail with no real-world hangover or consequences, and I find that cathartic. I've never really even told anyone this before. I'm sure I'm not completely alone in this, but I've never actually heard anyone else say they feel this way.
Oh my God.
Straws aren't the threat to turtles. It's the poor management of the straws once disposed that needs to be addressed. I'm sick and tired of paper straws. I love turtles, but come on. Plastic straws aren't the problem. It's the disposal of these straws in the ocean that is the problem. Blaming plastic straws is ridiculous. Just handle them correctly once disposed.
They want to ban straws. Has anybody ever tried those paper straws? They're not working too good, right?
Prisons should focus on rehabilitation instead of punishment. I believe that no one should ever face more than 15 to 20 years in prison. The focus on punishment is an embarrassment to our society. Placing someone in jail for more than this period is both expensive and 100% sure to mess up a person. Quite a lot of countries have had success with focusing on rehabilitation, which has caused a lot fewer people to return to prison. I feel sick to my stomach from the amount of people who wish the worst for people. Just before I saw a post where comments were filled with such as "I hope he gets raped every single day in prison, hopefully he spends the rest of his life in prison."
Can I ask you a question? Does my ass look big to you? No.
Liar! Now, I ought to cut your lying throat the line. I'm a cow. A big, hip, fat, nasty, gelatin-ass, buttermilk-making cow.
You wear it very well.
Your children owe you nothing. Your children do not owe you respect or love or phone calls or money or really anything. You decided to have them and raise them. They are not an investment you can collect emotional interest on. They might love you, they might not. You did your best, or maybe you didn't. I wonder what's for dinner. Edit. I love my parents dearly and our relationship is wonderful. Just posting an unpopular opinion doesn't mean I was using this as a platform to complain about my parents.
I hate the bitch.